Hello there, right. It's an unusual one tonight because we're in VR. I'm going to have to put my helmet down because I can't see anything. I'm not sure how well the microphone will pick me up. Now, they made the mistake of continually restarting the server because they're so bothered about custom skins, which I wasn't even aware of and haven't even installed. So everybody's been booted off and we're waiting to reconnect. So I've never tried VR before for a broadcast, so I'll be interested in feedback in the comments about if it works or not, or whether I need to go back to full triple screen, so doing live broadcast. And now we've got to wait until we get into quali. So because we've been resetting everything, I've no idea how long we've got, but we can have a little bit of a practice run. I don't know how many people are turning up tonight. So far we've got 11 people. Or is it 10? Looks like 10 to me, which is a bit of a shame. But it is the last race of the season, and often you can get a bit of dropout at that point. So let's hope everybody stays on and everybody finishes the race, because I'm struggling. It's an hour long tonight as well, and I've not got great pace in this car. I'm struggling a little bit, so we'll go for a little tootle around, and I've gone for the danger of preset pit stops as well, which could significantly backfire, because I can't do repairs on a preset pit stop. I've found out, or at least I've not figured out how to do it. And I can't alter fuel level, so nobody can remind me to at least set up a second pit stop with 20 litres or something in case I need it. And I always feel I'm too high up in this car, but I think this is actually how it is, so we're quite close to the roof. And I've tried scooching down, even though we're in VR, it doesn't work. So we're going around a beautiful Spa. Everybody knows Spa. And ironically, the final round of a GT3 in ACC is also at Spa on Tuesday. And there's only rumours running around at the moment about what's happening next in the world of GT3. Usually there's a big long break of about 4 or 5 weeks perhaps, and usually they fill that space with the GT4 championship, but we'll see. Right, practice is finished. I'll pull into the pits at the end of this. Didn't do an outlap. Never mind. Got a little bit of a feel for the track again. To be fair, having only been into the pits once in AC. Know it well from ACC though, but there's... I think the pit limiter's come on already. Interesting. Right, let's try and get back to the pits. Okay. Load the race setup and pit strap 2. Let's put in 20 litres just in case I need to pit twice for whatever reason, and change the tyres. Up 1, down 1. So it's open setup on this one as well, which I'm not great at setups in AC. There are a lot of things you can change, and the defaults for each car are just very new. There's so many tracks and so many custom tracks in AC that there's no like presets for you like there are in ACC that you know are okay. So I just find it a lot more difficult. Right. Somebody's driving the wrong way down the pit lane. Always fun. Uh-oh, there's comments. I can't see him because I wear glasses. I can't see a bloody thing. I hope he's not telling me something's not working because it's too late. Ooh, yeah, fancy. Good luck. Thank you, Fever. Don't go mowing lawns. I think there's a bit of mowing lawns is going to happen, Fever. It's definitely going to happen. Ooh, I'll move my eyes. I think we're about to reset to quali. So I think most of the overlays that I've got that I can see in front of me are coming through on the VR. So when you see me looking certainly to my left, that's giving me the gaps to the cars around me. And then when I'm looking to the right, I'm actually looking in the mirror, which work quite well in VR. But the central one is crap. It just seems to show me a bit of carbon fibre. No, I don't want 5 more minutes practice. What I want to do is go to quali because we're running late now. Fever. There's settings in Content Manager that you need to do to set up preset pit stops, but I've found you can't do repairs on preset pit stops, and you can't change anything in preset pit stops, so it's quite dangerous, really. I am not... I got it that fast? Yes. What happened there? I think it was voting. Oh. Yes, I agree with Aero Smudge. Let's get going. Yes, I think Danny Checham's learnt a valuable lesson tonight about do not reset the servo when it's race night. If you can't practice and sort it out in the nights before the race, do not start messing about on race night. And whatever you do, don't start apologising to everybody because they'll have you. Right. So I can't remember the screens fluttering that are in Content Manager because I struggle to find them, but you have to turn mouse off and then you get presets, but that means you can't change anything. So if you find the right screen on Content Manager, it's turn the mouse off. Are we doing anything here or what? We've still got 3 minutes of practice. So yeah, the main thing I think that causes me a problem when they delay things is if people are tuning in, they don't want to watch me sat in a car. Really? I mean, mouse is behaving weird as well now. We've had waving enough time, Mr. Checham. We've been practicing for hours. How many are we up to anyway? Oh, it's 14 of us. At least there's a few of us. Oh, but I'm a red and white car. So we're currently discussing the next season for AC Challenge. And it's going to be a real mix again. I know that much. Front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, high downforce cars and low downforce. And oh, where's Danny Checham gone? I'm not sure how many rounds I'll go over, and we're not even sure which night, because I've said Fridays are going to get difficult going forward, really, because everywhere in the world I think is pressing for lockdown to be over, and having been locked up for so long, everybody's going to want to be going out, not sat indoors on a Friday night. Yes, where are we? 10 minutes late now. I'm afraid this may result in some slightly negative feedback. We don't want to be sat here doing nothing. I don't know what Hannah Crawford's worrying about, because they're way faster than the rest of us, so it's not like they're going to be they really need the last minute practice. I don't know why my mouse is being a bit stuttery. Very weird. Stuff in front of it. Come on. There's 4 seconds left now in this practice session, which I don't think should have been run really. Someone's asking questions in chat, but I can't type because I can't see the keyboard. Where's Danny Checham gone? Hopefully we'll be underway in a moment, folks. Well, if the P is ping, there's some people with some big pings in here. 185, 104, 140. Oh god, that's me. What's going on with my ping? I shouldn't have a slow ping. Oh, I hope it doesn't, Danny. Danny's having lots of server issues tonight, and we're all getting a bit impatient, I think. So, yeah, there'll be a big lesson here about do not mess with the server. Now we gotta wait now. It does say next session qualify up here on the left, so... Right, last run of qualifying, so I'll check me setup. And unfortunately I want to let the pits empty a little bit as well. Get some space. I'm actually looking in my wing mirror. Still somebody behind us. Let this one go. And then... let's have it. And somebody has come out behind me. Good start. Oh, won't be pleased with that. I have a lot of trouble in this car stopping for that corner. So I've held off for quite some time before using the VR because I had an issue. So this is the new HP Reverb G2, which is I've never used VR before, so I don't have much to compare it against, but I've got to say it is amazingly good. But it turns out I had a faulty cable and it kept going off after like 20 minutes of use. So I kept going into races and then all of a sudden I literally could not see a thing, which isn't very good. I tended to crash a lot. So eventually I contacted HP and it was a bit of a palaver for them to identify what the fault was. But when they did identify what the fault was, they'd sorted it out really quick with a very good service. But it was unfortunate that I was a pre-order. I got mine. I was the very first person in the country to get mine, or one of the first, I should say. And then I had a bad experience because it kept going off. Well, I'll see how this goes. Very interested in any feedback on whether it's watchable or unwatchable, because we can switch up to this for everything except endurance races. I couldn't imagine spending 6 hours with this on my head because it gets quite warm. So on to our first proper lap. Got 9 seconds behind us, so that's okay. Best I've done is a 2:12.6 ever in this car, but I've only had a little bit of practice this week, really. Caught a little slide then. When I was experimenting with the setups, I took off the high downforce pack on this car. Oh my god, it was undrivable. Now we have a fully open setup this week, and I'm really, as I said, I'm not very good at setups in AC, so I've fiddled with a few things to try and get it more drivable. Well, maybe if I knew more about what I was doing, I could get it better. So for the benefits of those that are interested, this of course is Assetto Corsa, which is a slightly older game, and I've got a 3090 video card, one of the fancy ones. Somebody's caught me. I can't help the fact you've caught me. It's an EVGA 3090 card, was what I was saying. An EVGA 3090 card, the fancy one, FTW, because it's the only one that came in stock. And I was getting I had the VR headset and I had a 2080 Ti, and it was The 2080 Ti is a good graphics card, but it wasn't quite good enough to get the appropriate amount of output to make the, especially for ACC, which is super demanding. So we're going completely over the top with the graphics card. I'm second up, so I'm definitely not backing out. So as a result of complete overkill with the graphics card and pretty powerful CPU, it's a 9900K or something. We've got everything turned up to max really in AC, so it looks good. Cannot get this thing around the bus stop quickly. 212.6, about my best. We're out of fuel. 1 litre left. So, back to the pits. And 7 minutes to go, so should we have more fuel? We'll have more fuel. So we won't be able to get back in again. I'll do enough for 4 laps. So we're 10th at the moment, with what is virtually a PB. Got a bit of space around us. It's Khan about 8-9 seconds behind us. Of course, real downside is I've got no idea if anybody's saying anything in chat on YouTube. So hello everybody, if you are saying something, I can't see you. Just under 6 minutes left on quali. Oh dear. Oh dear, didn't need that, now it's right in the road. Oh, that was really not good. So now I'm starting a flying lap and I'm right on somebody. Oh, really compromised me. What was he doing? So that's a piss lap down the drain. There's no way I'm going to make up time. I'll have a look in a second. Well, That's shockingly bad. I'm only 0.7 down on my best. And that was a really dumbass opening bloody corner as well. Oh my god, this lap is a real write-off. I think there's people who don't know how to behave during a qualifying lap. I think the guy behind me has just come out of the pits, but he's trying to climb all over the back of me. What's he trying to do? So we've lost a second now because of silliness going on. So why is this guy just 0.6 of a second behind me? He needs to get himself some space. Don't know what he's doing. Bad first corner. Let's see what we can do. We're not too far down. I'll put 1.5 seconds into him now, 1.6, so there's a little bit of a gap. So I'll be able to focus less on what's going on behind me. Still not up yet. There we are. We've got a decent exit, so we're slowly making up time now all the way down here. Now we always do a terrible bus stop is the problem. That's the best one so far, even though it's not very good. That's the quickest ever. Oh, I've done a PB, but we're still 12 out of 15. we're down. That was a bad slide there on that corner. There's some right nonsense going on in in-game chat, which I think maybe Danny or somebody needs to step in that remind everybody that etiquette in Apex Online is no use of chat in quali or the race. Yeah, people seem to be having a good old discussion in there. This is it. Quali's over. And that's not a good lap to finish on. And 12 for the moment. So, did it with the PB though, so no complaining. Right. Okay. Load up race. We got a little bit of a while. Not sure I've got an advert set up for the next GT3 race, so I shall leave. I'm not doing any adverts in case it all goes wrong. Okay, we're on the grid. To remember, I can't see anything when the lid is down on this. Okay. I think Mr. Jetchum should have taken an opportunity there to tell everybody to not use bloody chat. Two stints will be 55 litres is what we're saying. Double check mine. I got 59 to begin with and then 55 I think on the pit stop. So I should have more than enough to get to the end. Right, 2 minutes to go. Well, we had schedule now. It's 8:30. We're still not started the race, so it's an hour-long race. I think we might well be moving away from hour-long races for the next time round. My experience of pit stops is they're a bloody nightmare in this game. Is you can't do any sort of setup in the car before you pit. So you either do presets, in which case you've got to hope that you don't get damaged, or you do it manually, which required me to be fumbling around with the mouse when I went into the pits, and it didn't go so clever. So Fluttering and Crawford got first and second, and then started having some sort of domestic with each other or something on chat. Gowie third, Cortez fourth, you have Abbas fifth, Diesel sixth, El Hombre is number 7th, Danny Checham 8th, Smudge is 10th. I don't know what Smudge got though for a 10th. We got a minute ago. David Grundstorm was driver who caught me up in quali. He's 11th, Fever's 12th. I'm 13th. A Jeep 14th, and Ivan Vargiano, the guy who was like closed in on me in his outlap and didn't give himself any space for quali, he's in 15th. Yeah, well, somebody just said max downforce, but actually I've gone for a pretty moderate level of downforce. So traditionally Spa is quite difficult to get away cleanly for a league race. Well, we'll see how well we all do. Hopefully we'll be alright. Let's give yourself space, guys. So I've got Hannah Crawford behind me, who qualified in second. So I've had some comings together already. Just absolutely flew it up the inside. It's aero smudge behind me. Again, a lot more speed, it looks things. And this is my issue with open setups. I might have made some sort of fundamental error and I'm losing a second a lap to everybody on this straight. And my race will be like no chance because I don't want to set up. Blimey, why don't you come across me? I know it ended in disaster. Was that aero smudge you nearly took my front nose off? Never find out. Can't really figure out replays in this game. Still, that was a long time, I think. I think hopefully we'll start to get a few gaps. Seems a little bit scary if he's opening laps. I'm in 12 at the moment. I think that's where I started, wasn't it? Only got 0.7 of a gap behind me, it's not much. Need to be try and stay sharp. Well, that just cost me a load of time while I waited out to figure out what the hell was going on around me. Oh, this really is feeling like amateur night at the moment. I think a car just vanished as well on me. I think this lot will end up having a big accident the way they're driving. God. I had to do that then because somebody went off and then rejoined. So this is hurting me for position. Hopefully over the course of the hour, if I can keep it on the tarmac, I'll be able to make up places. I think it was Ivan, perhaps, then, who went off and then just rejoined instantly in the middle of the apex. Ideally, you need to get past them, get a bit of a gap, and then focus on trying to catch the main pack. That's a slow time for a lap, 2:10. Strange. I'm still in contact. A lot of people spinning here on the bus stop. There's a GP behind us, and Crawford's a long way back now. Kind of that's lost me a load of time there, as where I was quite put off then by braking of Ivan really early. Got to get past that car, I think. Give myself a chance. I've got myself a 6-second gap now to try and close. And then it's okay, well, we'll have chances. So far, I don't think it's a great advert for league racing. One of the things perhaps we'll have a chat about is, do we go for really powerful cars like this, which are quite difficult to get right when you've not had a lot of practice in them. Fever in front of us. My best lap's a 2:18, which is pretty prismal. I don't think I had a super clean lap yet, though. And this one involved a half spin at La Source. Big gap ahead of these two to Fluttering. Fluttering's really quick, so out of position as well is Fluttering. So it's 3.6 second gap at the moment. These two are fighting each other, which in theory will slow them down a bit. We're 11 minutes in. Still struggling to stop the car on that corner. There's a gap now between Fever and Ivan. I suspect I could probably take this corner faster, but I don't know the car well enough to have the confidence yet. I think I'm catching Ivan up though. swear crew chief listens to you. So 210's pretty quick. And it looks like I'm finally doing a half decent lap. So Hannah, who is very, very quick, is 20 seconds behind us now. Two seconds now to Ivan. 5 seconds to Fever. So Fever's trying to pull away a little bit. Now he's clear of Ivan. It's very strange. When you catch the curbs in the car, the sparks appear inside the car. Very weird. Uh-oh. Fever went off. I think I put this car forward, but I would have also lobbied for the Porsche 962 for this. I would have loved to have been in a 962. I think that's harder to drive than this, though. Driver made a mistake there and overshot the bus stop a little bit. He's got super defensive inside line. It's 20 seconds now to the next car, so long, big ask to catch up with a very quick fluttering. If we can get past Ivan. So Ivan's very aggressive at moving around the track to try and block me. So we managed it with an undercut. A little bit worried I might have clipped him, which would be unfortunate. So apologies if I did. Try and get a gap now. He's very aggressive on the braking. It's very, very slowly easing open the gap, but it could all change on this straight. Looks like I did a bit of bus stop. It's 27 seconds to the next car though. What a gap. $30 seconds. Okay. Not 25. Does it a weird way in AC. I think it does it as the crow flies, so your gaps go up and down like a yo-yo depending on the layout of the track. About 20 seconds. A high 20 seconds. $24 litres of fuel left. We're using 3.8 litres a lap, so good 6 laps worth yet. Those gaps ain't really coming down though. It's aero smudges in front of us now. We're always very similar on pace. We're in the same tier in the GT3 Championship. So it'll be well, we can only try. It's been a change in front. It's not Danny Checham anymore. Smudge, I should say, not Danny Checham. He's probably well up the field. It's David Grundstrom now in front of us, and Aero Smudge is just in front of him. Oh, people are pitting. Maybe they got damage. It's a little bit early to pit. There's Jamie Cortez behind us now. There's Fever, then Ivan. Tom Cortez must have pitted. Getting easier to drive now, it's getting lighter. Still a big gap to Smudge. Feels like a good lap, this. I'm still 1/100th of us off my best, though. Oh, I lost a bit in the bus stop. I think more people are pitting. Now up to P9. Cortez is very quick. You don't want to fight him when he comes through. I think he qualified in 4th. Mar is 8 seconds away. Or 16 seconds away, depending. It won't make its mind up. Oh, we're up quite a bit in this one. Cortez is right behind us now. $12 of fuel, couple of laps. Got to remember Cortez has pitted already and is a much quicker driver. It's just going to cost me time if I tried to fight him, because Fever was going to close up if I'd have got hung up with Cortez too much. I'm not racing Cortez, I'm racing Fever. Oh, he caused me a spin. Jesus. Come on, come on, come on, come on. God, I'm losing a ton of time there. Damn it. Cortez had a half spin and then I had one in sympathy, which happens a lot. That cost me a lot of time. Trying to get the car going again. About 8 seconds, I think. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. I think Fever may have pitted. I really didn't need that. Any chances of catching Mauro have really sort of slipped away a bit now. Yep, 6 seconds because I was right behind him. That's 7 litres of fuel. That's 1.8 laps. I think we'll pit the end of this lap. Oh, we might do one more lap. It's not that badly. For AC, we are using the short pits at Spa, so it's not quite the same as it is for ACC, where when you go into the pits, you come out a week later. Try to carry too much speed then. So I think those incidents at the start where we got held up have cost us so much time. We're a pit stop behind everybody. I think I've hurt my tyres a little bit with that slide. So yeah, I think the incidents have held us up, so we're not even gaining places before my pit stop. So we'll go in at the end of this lap, get some fresh rubber on, try and push. Will be a big ask to catch anybody though. Lost 2 seconds this lap somewhere. I think Smudge is pitted, so he's only 9-10 seconds away, but I'm going to be a whole pit stop behind. No, look at that huge gap forming. No, I'm miles behind. So Crawford is right on my backside now. She's much quicker than I am, so again, not worth fighting. But I'm dropping all the way back to 12 for it. Ooh, that was a bit of a naughty shortcut. Get her back. Don't be sexist, crew chief. He's got Fever just 2 seconds behind me. Increase a lot if I keep doing that. More worrying I'll give Fever a sniff of a chance. It's now 1.6, I can see him. Gotta do clean laps. Now we've got a heavy car, try and brake a little bit earlier. Nicely done. Closing in. Not sure I've got what it takes to keep Fever behind us. I'm not going. I thought I was doing a PB, but it's slipping away, and even that wasn't good enough. Fever's still closing in. It's just a second now. It might be even less after another poor buff stop. 0.6. 20 minutes to go. I don't think there's nothing I can do about this. Being put off a little bit because he's so close as well. So I think Fever's coming through. Going for the inside for Eau Rouge. Very trusting, coming back across me sharpish. It's 12 seconds to Ivan behind us, and his Jeep, I'm not sure if he's in the pits. So disappointing to be this far back. That was really shit. I'll give Fever an ample chance to create a gap there. He's giving me a chance. He locked up. I'm afraid I'm just not quick enough in this car. No, I think your Jeep is on the track. He's still moving. And Crawford's still in 11th. Well, and there's not wish to be impolite, but usually indicates a good hot lapper. He can get very good lap times, but doesn't do so well in the race. I know we had one in Tier 7 last season. Always qualified really high up. Did very fast lap times, but I think only finished two races out of the whole season. But they got better towards the end. I think they've been moved up a few tiers, thank God. They were really quick. Once they'd got some experience of racing in a pack and dealing with traffic, they would have been very, very effective. Let's try and keep Fever honest. Gap's 1.1 seconds. Oh, it could be 0.9. He's made a mistake there as well, really. I think he's going to be a little bit wide. Might get good speed out of it, though. I'm trying, but he's a little bit quicker than me, I think. Is Fever? Still a massive gap. There's 8 seconds to Crawford now. Crawford's got a huge gap still to lead us. 16 minutes to go. Got a difference in the exit speeds from La Source. I know it is. It's balancing at about just over a second though. Maybe it's difference in setups. Oh. That'll give me a big opening, that will. I haven't got the confidence in this car to try under braking. It tends to lock up quite easy. Maybe Fever's remembering last week when I took to the grass to give him a chance. Oh, what's going on? Seemed to break then. Oh, what happened? I thought we were side by side then, but it looked like... I don't know if Fever slid into me. I was right. I thought I'd left enough space on the inside. He's well in the wall. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. He's behind Ivan. I don't know what happened. I thought there was enough room on the inside. I was tracks wide enough. And I kept it as wide as I could. Oh dear. I think he's back on the track, thankfully. That's a real shame because now I'm just in no man's land. I was getting it's a good battle really with Fever again. We've seen quite evenly matched on pace. So I'm sorry for insulting you there, Fever, by saying you've got similar pace to me. You'll get over it. You do. I'm sure you're faster. There's one way around that corner. I think that I won't be able to do it on here, certainly not in VR. I think I'll have a replay and try and figure out what happened between us. So I'd caught him about here, but I stayed pretty wide, I think, all the way through. Maybe he just understeered into the side of me or something, I'm not sure, but big shame. No dear. So he looked about 20 seconds behind Ivan, who's about 5 seconds behind us, is he? No, Ivan's 30 seconds behind us, and Fever's unfortunately about 13 seconds behind him. Possibly with damage. It looked like he went heavy into the wall, because it's a really fast part of the track, that. Meanwhile, Hannah, who's obviously very quick, is 18 seconds down the road now, and then it's either, I think there might be 34 seconds from me to Grundstrom, and it's been 30 seconds for the entirety of the race. We've got 10 minutes to go. A 12th position at the moment. I don't know if that's a just 12th position, having apparently killed Fever. Oops. Well, I think it's where I started, wasn't it? There you go. "30 seconds now to Hannah Crawford." Oh no, it's dropping. So confusing working gaps out in AC. Oh, he's looking pretty big gap though, whatever it is. His wait to the end of the race to ask Fever what happened is awful. What a long wait. Hope he's okay. Woo. Oh, that cost us big time. Touching the sand. Well, Grunstrom's just done a 2:12, which is pretty quick. Faster than me. Oh, I'm all over the show here now. Sounds like a fighter plane, this car. Very loud engine. No Eugene this week. I'm sure he would have been using some choice language at the start. There was some right shenanigans going on there, but because it's an hour, once you're settled in, it's not bad. But it's if you're with the leading group, really. I've ended up 30 seconds down, and that's because we're all pretty even on pace, more or less. There's just no way for me to catch up. The trouble is, I'm not consistently fast enough. So about 3 more laps, I reckon. Not been laps, but that's probably a good thing on a track this big. Gowrie's 40 odd seconds behind or something, or possibly further than that. Oh, well, Pooh wants quite a long way away, so I'm sure she'll have recovered and be on her way before I get there. Tyres are doing pretty well. It's only 79% worn at the front and 75 at the back. Pressures are all bang on. The rear tyres are nice and warm. I've tried a few things to get the fronts warm, but they didn't work. So the fronts are a little bit cold. Possibly my aero. It's making him a little bit slow. I just added one more click of wing at the back just to make it easier to drive, and to be fair, I've not had too many major problems, and I think all my little half spins were all sort of involving other cars with me spinning in sympathy, or I've unsettled the car because of the way I'm behind somebody. Still 30 seconds to Crawford in front. No, poor Fever. It's quite a way back. Could have been providing more entertainment there, Fever. It just all went wrong. I'm not sure. I think it might be this lap and then the next lap to finish. It might be 2 more laps after this one. We'll find out. Not that I mind driving around Spa. It's quite good fun. Good practice for next Tuesday, more or less. But I think the GT3s, I'll be able to push harder because I'm much more used to them. Certainly this corner, GT3 takes very differently. Much more front end grip, I feel, on the GT3. But I'm already hearing rumours that the Aston is quite slow at Spa. I even posted in our team forum that I think we're going to get murdered this week at Spa. Had a couple of good outings at Kailami and a very good outing at Zandvoort, but I think Spa's going to be back down to earth with a bump. 0.5 seconds of the race, so there might well be 2 laps to go yet. There's the leaders behind me, and they've got to start their final lap. Oh, 23 seconds to the rear of me and 18 seconds clear to the front. Although I will do my best to throw it away. So our leader is on their final lap, but I'm ahead of a leader, so I think I might have to finish this lap. And then do another one. Got enough fuel for 3 more laps, so we're okay on that front. Hope we don't have a similar incident on Tuesday. I don't want to spoil my record by killing somebody in a race. Although I'm in with the stewards at the moment with something I'm really not sure about. I think a bit of netcode may have been involved, but we'll see what the stewards say. Right, this will be my last lap. Leader will finish in a little few seconds. 20 seconds behind me, I think. Looks like Gawi's going to win, and Ihab Abbas be second. Oh, I'm determined to throw it away. Kept it on the track though. Wonder if the tyres are going off or something. It seems to be locking up at the back. I haven't got the ability to alter the brake bias. Well, I do, but I haven't got it mapped. Fluttering, being a bit rude again. People are still racing. He's left now. Not even stayed to be told off. He'll be worried now. Not only have I killed him, told him off, which was posted in chat. Last one in, I think. Whew. There we go. I think it was 12. I was 12 for a very long time. Right then. Right then. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon for the... Oh God, I'm hot. See you soon. We'll see you soon for the next AC Challenge League, I think. And there's GT3 on Tuesday. And we're not sure. It's the last round of the GT3 season for Season 6 on Tuesday. There's already rumours circulating of a filler GT4 league. But no doubt Season 7, where I'll probably be in Tier 7 again, will be hot on its heels, but probably about 4 or 5 weeks away. But if you subscribe to the channel, you'll find out when that's on. But hopefully see you on Tuesday. But thanks for watching. Cheerio!